All right, so this is the Halloween special, guys. We're going right into it, and today is Halloween. That was so not planned.
Not at all.
But we wanted to give you guys a little bit of extra content real quick. This is not an episode. This is something special, and it's only anime. So if you don't like anime, I apologize.
This ain't for you.
This is not.
You should still watch
for
though.
you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate the listens and share the content. Thank you.
For sure.
Anyways, we had talked about this on one of the episodes before, but we wanted to talk about our favorite top 3 anime characters.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off with number 3. And Dom looks like he want to go first, right?
All right, so
Go ahead, Dom. Who's your number 3
start off.
and
All
why?
right, who's my number?
Need some details.
I didn't actually number them, but I got you. Did it have to be number or just go 3 characters?
Well, you can go 3 characters if they're all even to you.
Yeah. That.
All right. Damn,
I gotta
forgot
order.
what I said. All right. All right, you said just 3 favorite characters, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go with
But do one at
probably
a time
don't
though. Don't do
Yeah, I
all
know.
3.
I was gonna start
Okay.
off. I'll probably say if I'm going with 3, I'll probably say Yoshikage Kira from JoJo Bizarre Adventure, right? Part 4. Right. He's the main antagonist of that part. Damn, it's kind of a spoiler.
villain. Oh.
It's like a spoiler for y'all though. Y'all care? Well, I'll try to keep it as
Yeah, try to keep
spoiler-free.
it as spoiler free as possible.
Yeah.
You can kind of
So
like
it's
link. Go ahead.
What do you like about him? You know, like can you
all
talk
right,
about
so
his
with this villain, right? First off, all right, he's a cool character, right? He's a little weird, eccentric in a way, but he's technically just want to live a normal life, right? Except for this one craving that he can't get over. All right, the craving just happens to be he has like a hand fetish.
human flesh. Oh, head fell down my head.
But
Hand fetish.
the way that he goes about this fetish is weird, right? So he basically has the power to blow. Basically, he has the power to blow things up, right? You know, in JoJo Bizarre Adventure, they get stands. His stand allow him to set bombs on things, people, and all that too. So what he do is blow up the person, except for their hand, and he keeps the female hand. But this is not what I like about the character. But the thing about this character is that he's a regular guy, right? He has this superpower, whatever. He doesn't do anything, use his power, except to get basically the hands, right, that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
But in all, he just wants to live a normal life.
But he
Right,
can't
and it
get over
paints
the
him-
fact that he wants hands.
Yeah, it paints him as like it kind of it just paints him as this like it's not his choice to want these hands. Like it's not this choice. It's like
So he's pretty much a serial killer. Because serial
he's a
killers are
serial
like that.
killer.
They want to live a
He's
normal
a
life,
serial-
but they can't
They
get
really
rid of.
are. They can't get over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the serial killer, and then the way he lives his life is like everything is like destined for him to just win, right? Obviously until he loses, but it's like his destiny is to win. And the way that they show this character, it's like the way the whole show does it. So it goes from showing like the perspective of the main characters, like the other people,
Right.
to like it's his perspective now. Like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
his
yeah.
part
Okay.
is his.
Okay.
So you see it from his point of view. He's living his everyday life like it's normal, right? Right. You know, he has a regular job, like a regular 9 to 5. You know,
You
It's
really do
hard
sound
to
a serial
explain.
killer. Like,
I'm trying to.
No,
I'm
you
trying
do.
to.
You do. I feel like you're doing a good job. I feel like you're doing
I'm
a good
trying to
job.
explain without spoiling anything.
No, I feel like you said enough though.
And,
I
and,
really-
all right, and
yeah.
one other thing, he's not just some superly overpowered character. Compared to the other people that he fights or whatever, his powers are like not a very straightforward power. Like he has to use it in a specific way, because you got a character who can literally just punch everything straightforwardly. Kind
So
of.
is that his only
But
goal?
then Yes, his literally only goal is to live a regular life.
I mean, like, his only goal is to live a regular life and hands, right?
Yes, literally his only goal.
So, what is the thing that makes him stand out as like your top 3 favorite character from everyone else? Is it because of the uniqueness of his goals?
It kind of is the uniqueness of his goals.
If that's a word.
And it's like it is the uniqueness of the character. Like, it's just something, I forgot how you explain it.
That is a word.
But it's like something authentic about this specific character, right? You got this world where all these villains have all these grand schemes, but then you get to this one person who's a villain.
So he stands out.
Who wants to live a normal life.
Yes, he stands out. Okay.
And then when he's pushed, another thing I like is how what changes in him when he's kind of, damn, that's a spoiler.
Okay, that's cool.
You know how when somebody gets pushed to their edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like their barrier is starting to break. I like how the character, how he evolves and how he changes when his barrier is about to break. That's all I can say really without spoiling anything.
And I want to ask a question. This barrier, is he more crazy after it breaks?
So I wouldn't portray him as crazy. Right? He's not crazy. Well, he's not more crazy, right?
I'm saying even when the barrier breaks, does he become crazy?
No.
Okay.
He gets a sense of confidence about himself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
Like destiny's just lined up for him.
Okay.
Nothing go wrong.
So what I got from you is that you like the uniqueness of the character, and when you compare him with like everyone in the world he's in, he's very different. Cause like in an anime where everything is bizarre, he's kind of like the most normal yet the most unique.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get with that.
Yeah.
That's what I got from what you're saying. So I just want to make sure that I understood that correctly.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like
I'm not the best at piecing stuff together, but you kind of pieced everything together in a good little way.
So it's funny because like you my little brother, and I know you. Nah, it's just funny that like
he said that like
one of your
favorite
favorite characters is something that like, because like you got to go a little bit deeper, right? But on the surface level, it's a guy who blows up people and keeps hands. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds funny. Like that's perfectly you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But you go a little deeper, it's more than that. But like on the outside looking in, like, bro, one of your favorite characters just like hands. You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. It's hilarious. But that's good, man. That's good. Okay, GP. Unless you want me to go. I always dictate crap. You want me to go?
No, bro. Listen.
Okay,
it's only one person that I have a certain time to go. Anyway, so the 3, bro, it was tough, man. I'm just naming characters that was all 3. Kakashi from Naruto, Mirio from My Hero Academia.
Why are you naming all 3 of them right now, man?
No, these people that didn't make the cut.
Oh, okay.
They could have been 3.
I was actually going to criticize you if we'll see. We'll continue.
Listen, as long as I know Mirio, because you said you liked him and stuff, so I was like, you chump. Anyway, Yusei from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Jet from 5Ds, Yami Yugi from the first Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's kind of it for Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's just a lot of characters, bro. Tommy from Power Rangers. I know that's not an anime, but that's just people came up. But there was one person who was buzzed, and we just talked about him beginning of the show, and that was L, bro. I think I picked the reason why I picked L. It's one of the few shows me and my wife Michelle. She don't watch anime for real. She loved the love story anime. We sat there and watched it.
They're actually pretty good.
We enjoyed it. Yeah, some of them.
Yeah,
some of them were silly. She watched some Zodiac one, but anyway, L was funny, bro. Like there was a scene where the guy was caught by the bad guys, and they told him answer the phone, and the guy was like, "Hello," and L knew just from him talking he was in trouble. So L acted like he was a pizza delivery guy. He's like, "Hello, dude. You want to order a cheese pizza?" I was like, "What?" But it was funny because L is so smart. Be sitting there eating his little chocolate, but he could be sociable. Did he want to be? No. Of course, we know he's super smart, but he has so much personality to be so smart that real life people who are really that smart, they don't always have the greatest social skills. And you can see to him too, but he could do it, and just how he played, like sometimes, like the very beginning, they had the police, they had the scene where somebody was gonna die, and Light thought it was a worldwide broadcast. He was like, nah, this was just in Japan. So now I know you're in Japan. So like, what? So man, it was cool. And I think part of it too, the way he died, just it hurt, man. Like, see my man Light smile at him as his eyes closed, bro. Like, I'm still mad about it while smiling, but that Light is, for me, L is my third character, man. I have to really be careful considering, just because I feel like all the characters I named, besides Kakashi, I just feel like he's deeper. Kakashi got about 500 episodes he's been in, but L only maybe 20, maybe.
Yeah.
And he's still deeper than all those characters. So I just feel like that's what I like more than everybody.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if Kakashi made this list, I was like, man, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean the Ram
because he's a good character, but he's
good.
not too, But so, and one thing I like about L2 is like he didn't lose. He honestly got cheated. You know what I'm saying? He didn't.
I mean, the game still went on technically. It just somebody else had to play his hand.
But he didn't. The reason he died was because like someone had Light pretty much cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like
Shinigami killed them.
Yeah, it broke a rule, and
then she died.
He honestly used the emotions of something. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like he found L name or he outsmarted L.
Right.
That's why I'm saying he didn't lose like that. I
feel you on that. He did a loophole outside of L.
Loophole. Yeah, and L didn't even see it coming. He couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even if he did see it coming, he would have died anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because what are you gonna do? You know, the Shinigami gonna kill you because she doesn't want someone else to die. So I mean, you're gonna die regardless. If you know how to not die, you're gonna die. Yeah. But anyways, I can see why L's a good character to like. Is like one of the top characters. He's like one of the most believable smart characters, and he can become I don't know, I read something too that he believes that humans are cunning, so I don't think he honestly truly viewed Light as a friend. He was honestly cunning himself. The word cunning means essentially you use people only to your advantage. You know? And that's kind of what L was doing too. It makes you think actually. But that's okay. I get it. That's a good character. So my third is Lemillion. And okay, GP, Jesus. I could have, if we would have had more prep time, like we actually talked about this, I probably could have chosen another character, to be honest. But
no, man, go with what Lemillion, man. What did you like about it, man?
So it's not his power. It's more so just his character. Outside of his powers, he's a very stoic person, and he believes in saving people, and he believes his tenacity and his hard work, they displayed that to me very well to let me know what kind of person he is. And regardless of, he spent his whole life trying to master his quirk. Spoiler alert for My Hero, if you haven't been watching it. When he loses his powers, he's still the same person. He still will go out. He still fight, and even like now, like I'm in the anime, I don't know in the manga. He shouldn't get his powers back if you ask me, but
he's cheat code. That's what.
Yeah, he's a big cheat code, man. You can't. We already talked about that, but I still feel like he didn't even bat an eye on the fact that he can't fight like he could anymore. But if the
Right.
time came, he would still put up a good fight. He's just that well-rounded of a character. Like he's so. I guess he gives me motivation in like how tenacity and determination through all odds that you could still be great. And that's why I get from that character. Like, and I don't value a lot of characters in anime. That's why like he's like the third. The other two I could say a little bit more on, but like from what I get from him is I just like his determination, his tenacity, and how he's like he's a believable character. He's like compared to everyone else,
Right.
he's a very believable character, and he's no matter what, he's gonna be him, with his powers or not. His powers didn't make him, he made his powers, and I love that.
Yeah.
So that's my third character. So
I do like the scene with Overhaul was like, bro, you ain't got your quirk no more. Why are you still sticking with me? Like, what's
like,
going on? It's like, I didn't change, bro. Like, you took my quirk, but I'm still
the
me. Like,
same
I'm
person.
still Lemillion.
Right. And
right.
with Deku, you know, I feel like you take Deku power, that ain't, I mean, and then in the beginning, I feel like, you know, because he went out and tried to save somebody without a quirk. But
Right.
I don't get that same vibe from him. You know, if he lost his quirk, I feel like he might. I don't know. Maybe he would.
I get what you mean.
Right.
But
I
Lemillion
feel
does a
that
better
too.
job of making it believable. You know.
Right.
So yeah. I want to talk about My Hero one day. A lot of people don't like Deku. I want to talk about that topic. But anyways, Dom, who's your second? Or
I'm going second, bro.
all
I'm
right,
going
okay,
second.
excuse me.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was like, you want me to go first on second too? I got you if you need me to.
Go on second, bro. So my second character. So now, just a disclaimer: the characters now are from older shows. So my number
Okay.
two.
Yeah,
My number two. Let's see my color. What color I got on? So I can't find my remote. There it go.
I think
Let's
I know who
see.
you about to say, bro.
Let's see,
I remember
man.
you
Get
said
my
something about this
color.
before.
Get my color together, man. All right, there we go. Brighten up a little bit. Sesshomaru from Inuyasha. Now let me tell you why.
Wait.
Which one is that?
Sesshomaru. How to
That was one
spell
of your
it, bro?
favorite
I don't know.
animes. I remember you always used to talk about that. I never really watched it.
I ain't talk about Inuyasha like that. Stop.
Man,
But
yeah, back
it
in the
was
day you
good.
did. Don't cap,
It
bro.
was good. It had some good theme songs. Sesshomaru, I don't know how to spell it though. Seshamaru. It'll Google correct you. Sesshomaru.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not how you spell that, but I got you.
Yeah. The reason why, bro, I like Sesshomaru. It starts off, he's just this jealous brother who his dad gave the sword he wanted to his half brother. You know, he's a half human. He's already Sesshomaru is full demon in the show.
Mhm.
Inuyasha's little brother is half human, half demon. So he already look at him as inferior. Now he got the sword. His dad gave him two swords, the Tenseiga and the Tenseiga. The Tenseiga only save lives. So if I cut you with it, it won't do nothing. Literally, you'll get cut and then it'll disappear. The Tenseiga can destroy. So he wanted the sword that can destroy. But the problem was the Tenseiga, if he touches it, if a demon touches the sword, it burns his hand. So he can never grab it. So pretty much the beginning of the story between the brothers, he ended up losing his arm. Inuyasha cut his arm off. He put a human arm on and got the Tenseiga and was able to use it until the arm couldn't take it no more. So anyway, brother jealous. But as the story went on, he started respecting his brother. Like, okay, you're not as weak as I thought you might be. And then he got his own sword called the Tokujin. It's from a demon destructive. You know, he got a powerful sword. And later on, the sword gets broken. That's crazy. His best sword got broken. Anyway, the Tenseiga, he found this girl named Ren. It's a young girl. She died by Koga wolves. Some wolves pretty much ate her. So he finally used the Tenseiga to save somebody's life. That was the first time he ever used that sword. He always looked at the sword as useless and then started glowing, and he used it to save the girl's life. So now the girl followed him to everywhere he go. It's him and this dude named Jackie. Man, their interactions are funny, man. Master Sesshomaru, like it's just funny, the interaction. But it's him, and Ren, and they just travel the world. Don't really know what they're doing. I think they're trying to kill Naraku too, because Naraku played him. That's the main villain. So he started to grow conscious, basically. He started to grow conscious. Throughout the whole show, Ren, Jockin, and even another human boy join his group. He does things that he started to grow. There's a scene near the end where Ren dies again. And the problem is the sword can only save one time. So if you use it once and they died again, that's it. He actually picked her body up and was like mourning that she was dead. Like from Sesshomaru that hate humans to now this girl is dead and he's mourning her. It was like, man, look at that change. So they ended up, his mom saved the girl alive. Yay, happy story. So eventually, this is the part that for me, I would be pissed as a character in somebody's story. So you remember I told you how Tenseiga can't cut nobody? Well, he actually got a move that when he cuts, a half moon opens, like a dark hole, but in a moon shape. And it sucks people in it and kills them. So he finally got a move with the Tenseiga. And what it is, when he cut it, it's a half moon. But the stronger he gets, it becomes a full moon. So the bigger moon could suck up more people or bigger parts. But the way his dad had it designed was once he mastered the Tenseiga, he was supposed to give that ability to Inuyasha. So he done learned the move, finally got a move, and now Inuyasha Tenseiga supposed to absorb that move. So eventually they fought, and now that cool move that sends people to the underworld, killing them instantly, never had a move. Now his brother got it. So now his Tenseiga can only save again. I was like, that's some BS. Can he get something for himself? So Inuyasha took his sword, took his ability. He still had the sword, but he took his ability. So now Inuyasha can shoot black holes at people, and when it hits them, they automatically get like killed. I'm like, how he get this ability? He didn't even work for it. Like Sesshomaru literally built the ability up just to give it. All right, I'm getting to the end. Now you like, bro, he's back to square one. This man got no weapon. Tokujin broke. He just out here. He fought this demon, right? And Inuyasha feeling sorry for Sesshomaru. He's like, let me help you, Sesshomaru. I don't want your help. I got my own pride. Sesshomaru getting beat up, bro. Like, whatever, beat up in that word is like, he's getting disintegrated. He's just losing the fight. But something happened. Like, this is why I love this start. As he was losing, his arm started to glow. The arm, remember I said he's missing an arm the whole show? His arm that was missing, his limb was missing, started to grow. And finally, his arm grew back and he had his own sword. And what it was, his dad wanted him not to rely on swords that I made, make your own sword. But he was so focused on Tenseiga, the only time he ever was gonna make his own sword is when he finally got over it. So when he finally said, you know what, man, you can have the sword. I'm good enough on my own. I can do this myself. He grew another arm with a sword. And this sword is the strongest sword in the whole show, because once it cuts you, it says it destroys you forever. So like Naraku can regenerate. If he cut any piece of Naraku and he tries to regenerate, it keeps getting destroyed. Keeps getting destroyed. So he can't even regenerate, because if he brings the piece that got cut to his body, he will get destroyed. And so that's how powerful the sword is. That, I mean, if he cut a house, the whole house is getting destroyed, because it's just gonna carry over. And so the end of the show, Ren is real young, so really it's not appropriate that they be dating. So he sent her to a human village and he kind of watches over her. But Sesshomaru now got his own sword, the most powerful sword in the show, after he's sent over Tenseiga. And I just relate to that, because it's like you always want something that somebody else have. But then at some point you like, I can do my own thing. I can make my own story. And he grew up, bro. And besides that, he's a great fighter. I mean, he was real strong in the show. Inuyasha can't touch him now, but now they cordial to each other. He may not hug him, but when they speak, he say hello. So, that's my favorite character, man. He really had a transformation where he finally got that sword he wanted, but he had to let go of the desire of getting his brother's sword to do it.
Okay, so honestly, it feels like Vegeta.
At some point, I was like, that kind of sounds similar to Vegeta, but
I can say that it's similar. It's similar.
If
I
you
can see
read
that.
it, if you read it, the manga, it's literally Vegeta. Because Vegeta
Somewhat.
go through the same thing, to be honest, or the super manga. Oh,
I never read the manga. I don't know. Vegeta
Like,
don't have a
it
brother
is-
though. But, yeah.
well, Goku's kind of his brother, to be honest.
Nah, bro. It ain't
Yeah.
same. Don't ever diminish the Shisamaru with Vegeta.
it's a
bro.
similar
It's not the
rivalry.
same.
How about
Bruh,
that?
it's
Shisamaru
literally-
don't
it's
take
just-
as many L's as Vegeta. Shisamaru
I just-
actually
I just-
wins.
All right,
It's
we're
a
not talking
similar
about
rivalry,
wins or
bro.
loses. We're
How
just,
about that?
yeah,
We
we're talking about a
talking about that,
rivalry.
bro.
Yes.
Ain't no rivalry, bro. He wanted his brother's sword. Ain't no rivalry, bro. He doesn't. Then I'll say that
It
because
doesn't
he
matter the
doesn't say-
motive, bro. Is
He
if
doesn't
you
say, "I want to be stronger than Inuyasha." That's not his motivation. Vegeta says, "I want to be stronger than Goku."
so when did Sasuke and Naruto say anything about being stronger than each other?
Sasuke said that from the beginning. When
He don't want to be stronger than Naruto.
Towers,
Their goals are entirely different, but they're
Sasuke-
rivals.
when Naruto became
But
stronger than
their
Sasuke,
goals
he
are
wanted
entirely
more
different.
power. No,
Their
What I'm
goals
saying
You
are
is-
can,
entirely
you can
different.
be
You just-
rivals with different goals. How about that?
they're
That's
not
what.
rivals
Yes.
though. That's what I'm saying. Like they're not rivals.
But
Or he's just
want-
jealous
he-
of his brother. How about
And
that?
Inuyasha are not rivals.
Or is he just jealous of his brother?
Fucking crazy.
Wait, no. Is he just
He was
jealous of his
jealous.
brother?
He was jealous of his brother's sword. He wanted the Tenseiga because the Tenseiga can destroy. The saying was it can destroy 100 demons in one sweep. The Tenseiga, the one he had, can save 100 people in one sweep. He just wanted a sword that was powerful to destroy, but he couldn't even touch the Tenseiga because only human or half human can hold it. If you're full demon, it burns you.
So why was he not cool with Inuyasha then?
No, it's not, bro.
You
Because
just said
Inuyasha
they,
was a half. He was a half. Okay, he's a half breed, so he already thinks he's inferior because he's not full demon.
that's enough for
He
a rivalry.
also, that's no,
Yeah.
that's not a robbery. I don't understand how is that a robbery. He wanted his brother's sword. That's not a robbery.
All right, I won't say it's a rivalry. I kind of get what you mean. I guess it's not a rivalry.
It's not
He
a
just wants
robbery.
He just wants something the other person has. So he like a
He
little
wanted
baby.
the
then.
birthright that his brother had. He wanted that birthright.
Okay, so minus the rivalry, he kind of
It
goes.
ain't no
He kind
rivalry.
of. That's why. I just, okay, he goes through this a lot of the similar same things that Vegeta do. He do. If you look at like, I mean, he do. I mean,
Yeah.
just read the manga. Read it. If like I said,
You know,
I go through
look-
the spoilers. And the point
Vegeta,
they're
you
at
know-
right now, Vegeta is like
He's that prince. He feel like he above Goku. He start getting beat up.
What's Vegeta motivation though? What's Vegeta motivation?
to gain power.
Okay, why?
I mean, he's always wanted to gain power. It wasn't just to be better than Goku.
And,
But-
and he always says to keep up with Goku. I don't want to get left behind. Is
He
that
don't
not
say
true?
that. He do not say that. He do not say that.
Bro, he said that on the anime.
He do not say that. To
Okay.
not get left behind. He just want to be the best, just like Goku.
Okay, bro.
All right. Anyways, I'm not saying your opinion is like invalid or anything, but
I know, but you disrespect
See the
Sherman
similarities
compared to
between
They're
Vegeta,
just
bro.
similar. It's just similar. I'm not saying they go
It's
through.
just
Just because
similar.
Vegeta don't want a sword doesn't mean it's not the
All right, how about
same,
this?
bro.
They get that same treatment. They get that same
They really
treatment.
do.
They get something, then lose it.
Like
How about
Vegeta
that?
literally says, even in Super, like I don't want. It's not the exact same thing. Like he didn't want Ultra Instinct. Like it's not the exact same thing because
Right, he said
the
he
guy
wanted something different.
he did say he wanted something else, but like the other guy you just said, he wanted that his entire life and then he didn't. That's the major difference between Vegeta and him. But Vegeta, besides that, a lot of the stuff they go through is similar. Minus the L's, you know, Vegeta take L's 24/7, yes, but he do eventually like find his own route, and that's why I say it's kind of similar. It's not the exact same. But that's cool. It's cool. You had to give a whole story.
Hey, bro, I had to make sure. Next one won't be as long, but it's gonna be more decisive.
Is it my turn? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No,
can
it's
go.
Don's turn.
I ain't go yet, but no, I went first, and
All right,
then
I'll
you
go.
go last. You can go second.
I'm curious now because I don't know who you. I knew Lamilla was 3, but I don't know who is 1 and 2.
Kento Nanami
I know.
from
Yeah, I knew.
Jujutsu Kaisen. I said this before, actually.
New anime. Okay.
I
Kento.
really like him because he's extremely so. There's beauty in honesty. One of the things he's very straightforward with you, and he's a regular guy compared to like all the other characters in JJK. And honestly, I wished I would rewatch the anime before we did this episode because I could give you more. Since I only watched it like once, like I normally have multiple watches and,
Right.
and analysis. And then this show is new, and I don't want to get too far into the manga because he could die. You know, I don't want that. But
Boy, I
if he
thought he was
does,
gonna die sooner than that, boy. That one episode had me scared for his life.
yeah. But I knew it, man. I like, nah. There's no way to kill this guy right now. You know, there's no way. That would have been kind of crazy. But yeah, like he was just a regular guy. He's the only reason he's a part of like their group is because he's good at it. He's good at it, and he likes to save people, and he doesn't like to do anything else. He hates working.
Yeah.
He hates that. But it's just real life stuff. Like he's just such a down to earth character, and he's so straightforward, and he has really good deductive reasoning, and he just kind of reminds me of
That's
myself, how I am. I try to just like be straightforward with people, like very technical. I'm a very technical person. I go by book definitions of things and stuff like that. Like I try to leave my feelings out of a lot of stuff that I talk about, minus with my cousins. You know, I just mess around. But like when I had these conversations with people, I always like take feelings out of it. Like this is what it is. It's nothing other than this. And he does that. He does that very well. And I really wish I could get more deep into it because like he's a very, very, very good character. And he's honestly tied with my number 1. In just that short amount of time.
Wow.
And that's why I feel like he's gonna die because like they went through his backstory too. When they go through like once you serve your purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't, you're not safe. You know? So that's why I feel like he's probably gonna die. And if he do die, I hope he die like a warrior's death. Because he's not even overpowered or anything. He's just like a really cool dude. He's like, hey man.
I do like that though. Like he's good at what he do, and there's nothing that's like over the top ability.
Yeah.
I do like that.
And
Even
he-
his person hit, yeah.
Cause he even quit, and he was like living his day to day. He I think he actually contemplated suicide because like he was like it got to be more than this. Like he was going to work, going home, going to work, going home.
Right.
And he had saw this, this thing on this girl's shoulder, and he had killed it. And that's
Yeah.
when he was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back. Like that little stuff right there just really hurt. It hits me, man. Like I love it. It's really character, just development right there. Just a little small flashback right there, and it tells you so much about him. And he was like, you know what, I hate doing this stuff, but at the same time, I'm good at it, and I like saving people. It's better than going to work, going home every day, and seeing people suffer. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Along with like his technical aspect and how he's very good at deductive reasoning.
'Cause even when with the main character, his interaction with him, it's always stern.
Yeah.
But it's never like mean. It's not
Right.
like he's mean.
Right.
It's just like you said, it's super straightforward. Like, you want to do what now? Don't do that. And then when he does something against it, he doesn't go on like blah, 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 blah. He like, all right, how does this help the situation? Like when they fought dude,
Yes.
he was like, oh, so you can the only one that hurt him. All right, let's go. Like he could transition. Like he don't
Yeah, he
think-
takes like the little bit of details instead of like complaining like, yo, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this.
Right.
He's like, all right, let's work where we at right now.
Yep.
And
Let's start. Yep.
And that's why when he was about to die, quote unquote, the first time, I guess, because I don't know in the future, he was like, I can't do nothing. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then the second he seen him, he was like, bet, like we got an opportunity to get this going. So yeah, it was. He
look at the right now. He don't, and he always says something like, we'll talk about after we're done, but like right now, let's focus on what's at hand. So I do like that's true. That's true.
Yeah, he's definitely he's tied with my number one. Like that little debut right there, I was like, this guy, I love him. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say he was my favorite character in JJK. I haven't read the manga as well, but I'd say he's probably my favorite character from JJK from what I've seen so far.
Y'all know who my favorite character is.
Man, Kakashi. All right.
Bro,
Go ahead, man. I mean, he's a cool character, bro. He's a cool.
I would say there was I would say they kind of a better version of Team 7. Every member is useful.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, he's easily likable, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's an OP dude, and he's cool, laid back.
I like it, bro. Disrespectful. I like
edgy.
It,
bro. Nah, he is disrespectful though. I like him more. I think I like him more than Kakashi, to be honest. He be like, I might just kill these leaders. You know, so I believe him. You know, I like that. I like
these
that.
Conversations like, don't you take them out, man? It might be alright.
I know. I love it. Yeah. That show is so good, man. I feel like it's good. It might be my favorite anime, bro. It might be Attack on Titan. That first season, bro. It really set the like.
I'm not gonna go that far now. Let's calm it down.
Okay, how about this then? So I'll say it's my favorite enjoyment, like regular shonen anime, like how Yu Yu Hakusho is yours.
Right.
I'll probably say that then because Attack on Titan is for the story. It's a really good story. Even if it wasn't an anime, I'll be like, this is probably the best story ever.
Right.
So anyways, go ahead, Don.
I'm gonna say so for my second character, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Killua from Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And I like him not because obviously he's a cool character, but I kind of like him for like I know it might be kind of cheating, but I like the relationship between like him and Gon, right? Because they're like I guess the way because like it was like for him, it was like he was always kind of chasing Gon, because like Gon had
they're polar opposites.
And Gon had these feelings or whatever, but Killua, he was kind of like, he was kind of like a blank slate kind of, when you first meet him, right? He was going through this stuff. He'd been manipulated by his brother. He had a sister at home. He didn't know what kind of how to save her, and all these things like that. And then, you just see him grow to be this character who can like openly show his emotions throughout the show, right? And then you can kind of show that closer to the end, you could kind of tell that he clearly cared for, Gon, especially with all that stuff, including with like Genji and stuff like that. When that whole scene and, Gon was going crazy.
Yeah, that was an emotional scene, though, boy.
Oh, yeah.
And with their relationship, it was kind of like, it kind of felt like he was more invested. He's more invested in their friendship than Gon is.
I can see that.
He grew to. I feel like, I'm gonna say like Gon's not invested, but it's just their way of showing.
Yeah, he shows it more, but I honestly think Gon they have the equal. Like Gon,
I feel like
Gon's your friend. He's gonna be your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Killua never had friends before. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna show more.
He wanted to protect his only one friend that he had.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show throughout the show. You can see Gon. He has other friends, right? Other people he care for. Like a main goal that he set to get there, and I feel like he will reach that goal without Killua.
Shoot,
or not.
No, because he even but he even like stopped his goal to look for his father to go and help Killua with whatever he was going. He went through a lot actually, to go through Killua's mansion. You know what I'm saying? But all three of them actually. But Gon was the leading force.
Right.
But yeah, like
I think the difference is Killua started from 0 and Gon started from 50. Whereas maybe they both had 100 right now, but it was a deeper beginning point for Killua with all the background information compared to Gon. Like Gon could make friends, it seemed easier. But it wasn't until Killua met Gon that he made other friends.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
It was like Gon was Killua's I guess a light in that dark closet.
That's what he always said. He was like my son. Like that was my light. Yeah.
And I just like the aspect of, you know, Killua and his character. Obviously, he's a cool character, but then when you go back and take a look at like his growth throughout the show, you know, his growth is you know, if you look at it in perspective to Gon, I feel like it's a really good, you know, growth and stuff like that.
It is. Do you like his abilities at all though? Like, or is it just really the character itself you like?
Obviously, lightning powers are always, you know, cool to see, and you know his Godspeed mode and stuff like that. That was always cool to see. It ain't like the most out of the box ability. You know, it was just kind of like a basic lightning ability.
Right.
But the way that he, I guess, used it, you know, he wasn't a character who would like, you know, beat somebody up and just beat them up. You know how you get them characters who are always strong, but then just beat the person up, then they get caught off guard. He always went for like the kill.
Yeah, he did. That boy was a killer. I remember that prison scene. He took that boy hard. I was like, what kind of?
Yeah, that's when you know this anime was lit. Like that. Right. That's when it turned it up. Cause like before it was kind of just like okay. Cause it started off really kiddie. Yeah. And then the dude hardened his hands like oh. It went from 0 to 100, and that's why I think that was a turning point for me. Where I was like, okay, I really like this show. Like, cause like it gets crazy. It can get crazy. I like that.
Yeah, that is true. Cause I remember when he fought Netero on the blimp. You know, they was trying to get the ball or trying to hit him or whatever it was. He was like, I may actually kill this old man. I'm like, this man crazy. But what I didn't realize, he wasn't gonna touch Netero. But you know, at the time, I'm thinking like, man, don't hurt this old man. Not realizing Netero would destroy this boy.
Bruh,
you know, but I didn't know that.
With his pinky.
but Killua was like, when I kept seeing those killer instincts, like just bloodlust, I'm like, man, who are we dealing with, man? You know, I didn't fully trust him because I'm thinking like, he's gonna be evil, but he grew from that. I mean, he still would take you out, but it's just more so like, hey, I have to take you out. Sorry.
Yeah. I think, Hunter x Hunter overall has like just really good, well-written characters. I mean, minus I don't want to say he's well-written. He's basically
LaMelo?
The chains dude.
Kurapika.
Yeah. He's kind of like a Sasuke. You know what I'm saying? Thing is, Sasuke is way deeper though. At least, but I feel like we got Sasuke because the show was actually finished. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Hunter x Hunter could have did more with Kurapika. So I can't really give him that. But
the thing I like though, the one like Kurapika at this point is only strong or useful against one group of people. Like what show you like? I know we're talking about Killua, but just I like that aspect of okay, there's one group. Oh, he gonna fight anybody else? No use. Like you don't see that.
Yeah, I feel like that's more so to the show versus the character though. Like the show is just that well written that like you could do stuff like that. It's more world building than.
But you know, the world winning characters add to the world. You know.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I don't think that adds to his character though. In my opinion, I don't like. It's a good world building. It's a good anime thing, like to see like, oh, you could actually do that, and now this could make for good storytelling. Versus, because if Sasuke could have did that, he would have did that too. He even said like he would let Orochimaru take his body as long as he could get to his goal.
I don't believe that though. I believe it. I don't believe it. Once he was done with Orochimaru, he was like, I'm done, bro. I'm gone.
The reason he did it to Orochimaru though, because he felt like he's just as evil as his brother. You know how many bodies
Yeah.
Orochimaru killed? Man, he was doing some crazy stuff, bro.
I'm saying, but
Orochimaru was doing some crazy stuff. I
Just
want to kill him too.
real quick. You know this? I'm watching OG Naruto, and you can kind of see where like when power scaling kind of goes kind of crazy, because in that show they was building up they built up Orochimaru to be so crazy, and all that. But then you got characters like, you got the Akatsuki just chilling, bro. Like, they was like, I don't think anybody can stop Orochimaru. Like, Hiruzen was saying stuff like that, bro.
But I'm saying though, when they fought, nobody in the
But nobody
village
knew about
could touch
Akatsuki though.
and nobody knew Jiraiya was gonna
But-
come.
Think about it. They didn't know about the Akatsuki, but they knew Itachi They know Itachi exists. Think about it. Two people.
But
no,
but
They
nobody.
were saying
But
that as far as the village, like
But
anybody
think-
in the village can't mess with.
no, but think about it. Two people. It took two people, right?
Okay,
Two people killed the whole clan. Right. Two people wiped out a whole clan.
they ain't know
Right.
it. Yeah, okay.
I'm getting, Hiruzen obviously had to know, but I feel like, he was like, oh, nobody can beat Orochimaru in this village, in any of the villages. He was saying stuff. He was saying stuff
Who
like
said
that.
that? Who said that?
Hiruzen was saying stuff like that. Like,
Oh, okay, I see that.
Orochimaru
But
might
think
just
about
destroy
it,
the
bro.
lead
Did
village.
he say that? Did he say that after he brought the two Hokages back?
No, he said that before the two Hokages.
Oh, okay.
He was saying that during
Now,
like
if he would
the,
have said that after, I would be like that, bro. You brought back the because he didn't know like bringing back, like Hiruzen wouldn't know like bringing back the first two Hokages, like it'll be weaker, the jutsu. I'm pretty sure he didn't know that.
He didn't.
But, like,
He know the one
imagine-
thing-
Imagine fighting not just the first Hokage and the second one, because the first Hokage was crazy. He's like top 1, 2
He
shinobi
looked so
ever.
weak when he first came out, though. That he was like, "Oh, this ain't really that strong."
Yeah,
Until he
but
came back the
imagine
second time.
imagine seeing that before you fight, bro. I would have
Right. He knew how strong he was from his history.
I would have been crying.
Hyperventilator.
Hey,
it's
can we
funny.
talk about this?
Right. He threw
this
the
man
kunai.
already back. This man an old man, bro.
I know, bro. Like,
This man, he already on his
He actually-
deathbed, bro. He already
he
about to
actually
die
thought
old
he
age
stopped.
too.
That is true. He thought he stopped the fourth Hokage from coming. We know he threw the Shuriken. He was like, I can't let him come. I'm like, nah, he didn't even have his soul. That's why he couldn't get it.
I know we getting off
that's
track
something you
real
didn't
quick.
know.
I know we're getting off track, but like, hold up. Yo, hold up, I'm sorry. I know we're getting off track real quick, but I did not know that the Gaara's dad was still alive at the beginning of I completely missed this at the beginning of OG Naruto. I didn't not know that Gaara's dad was alive.
Yeah, they killed him in the invasion.
Yeah. I know that now, but I guess it kind of just slipped my mind.
You just thought he was dead from the very beginning.
Yeah.
the invasion.
Look, well, you know when they
Orochimaru kills him,
did the
right?
Chunin exams, before they infiltrated the Chunin exams, they killed his dad.
Yeah.
So him and
Orochimaru kills him.
Kimaru, because Kimaru, he was like, Kimaru, you was a great part of this plan, and that's when he started coughing blood and passed out.
So you said Garo's dad was still alive.
Yeah, the Kazekage. I forgot he was still alive at the
Right.
beginning of the show.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
mean, it didn't really have no significance though, did it?
It's the fact that Orochimaru was playing him.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I saw that as like a whatever moment, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, it just like when we find out who he is.
Right.
The show just got some ridiculous power scaling. It's because you know how he was revived during the fourth, during a great ninja war.
See,
Right.
that's
Everything just
okay.
went-
So shipping is.
Everything went
I feel-
haywire, bro.
See, Naruto, I feel like the power scaling is okay.
Yeah.
But shipping like after. Pretty much the last arc is where it gets stupid. I feel
Who
like.
would have thought that 8th gate guy would be able to? Who would have thought that the 8 gates would beat the 9? Wait, 8 gates, right? It's 8 gates, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, 8, yeah.
Who would have thought the 8 gates would be so powerful that in the end he could almost kill Madara.
So
Almost
the
Almost
writing,
kill Final Villain.
The writing is bad on that, but it's not too bad because like
Really? I didn't see that bad.
because this
hyped
this
it
the
up
thing
for
is
so long.
this the thing. Yeah, they hype it up, right? That's why I said it's not too bad because you we are getting off subject, but you they talk about it for so long, so you got to see it, right?
Yeah.
It's the fact that they showed it against like the freaking Madara with the 10 tails. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Don't-
kind of
don't
a
forget-
jump, bro. That's kind of
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't
Like,
forget.
if he would have fought Madara like before all that with the 8 gates, like I could get with that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, what you
But
mean?
he fought
he
the
fought-
10 tails, bro. The 10
Don't forget
tails Jinchuriki.
he fought no, don't forget he fought 7 Gates Madara too. Well, he fought Madara before he turned into I guess the 10 tail Jinchuriki with the 7 Gates. Remember he blew him out his
Oh yeah,
he blew him out his
Susanoo.
Susanoo with the 7 Gates, bro. That was crazy.
I feel like that's wait, we seen 6 gate. I feel like that's okay. I feel like the craziness is like him
Nah, I felt
fighting
like it was
10 tail
worth it, though.
Jinchuriki.
Nah, I feel like
But
it was worth it, bro.
but
They
the thing
already
is,
say
it didn't do
8 tails
anything.
It said
I
gives
feel
you
like-
powers of the Hokage. When they first introduced, they said you are stronger than the Hokage. The only problem is you die. So you already knew from there he's already one of the strongest people in the world.
Bruh. Saying that you're stronger than the Hokage back then don't mean nothing
You
towards
got-
the innocent.
Because remember, they was like,
Dude,
because
Madara
remember,
fought 5 Hokage and almost killed all of them. Like,
and then God came out and almost beat this man by himself.
yeah, see that's
In
what I'm
the
saying.
seventh game.
It's not
The 7 Gates.
like
And
like the
don't
7
forget-
gates is okay. But the 8 gates going up against the 10 tails, bruh. The 10 tails
Yeah.
Jinchuriki. Being a Jinchuriki makes you even stronger.
And only
And then
Taijutsu.
don't even do anything. He Madara last. Haha, that almost killed me.
Bro, he was hurting. He don't act like that. He was
Bruh,
hurting.
he was
just
laughing, though.
enjoyed the battle.
He was
He
still,
enjoyed
wasn't he still like Ero Tensei at that point too?
Ha ha ha!
Yeah, I
You
don't think he
almost
had
killed
both
me.
his eyes. He didn't have both his eyes. But, hey, nonetheless, the last
But
thing
nah,
I'll say
real
about
quick.
this.
I feel like it should have accomplished more than what it did.
Now, real
Just my
quick, I
thing.
feel like, what you saying?
It
I
didn't
was gonna
accomplish
say the
anything.
joke- Man, joke.
All right, my
But
bad.
the
Go
joke
ahead.
I always hear about this, they say Madara gets the 10 tails, and God shows up. I smell chump in here. Like that's what they always say before he fought him. Like he didn't care, bro. I respect that guy. I respect you.
And don't forget, I feel like the jump between Naruto and Shippuden. I feel like when Naruto, he didn't know where he wanted to go fully to the end of the show. But then he got Shippuden, he was like, now I know where I want to go. Then everything, he turned all them sliders up, bro.
What
That
you
is
mean?
true.
Like, cause you know the power scaling. Cause even in like OG Naruto, it was I think it was either in the data book or in the show where it's like Hiruzen is the strongest Hokage. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it said that, but then it literally said that in one of the
It
books
did.
or in the
It
show.
did.
But then you know when you get to the end of the show, it was like in his prime. But you know, you can,
So,
and
but
the
look,
thing
think
they were
about it,
showing
though.
then is different from what they were showing at the end. Like if anybody would have known how that fight was between Madara and what's his name, Hashirama, nobody would have been saying that.
They created a whole
This man just
valley.
summoned.
That fight
Damn it, bro.
created
This
a
man
whole
summoned the
valley.
whole statue with 1,000 arms out of wood.
Bruh, we never seen him in his prime though. He might have been stronger than all of that.
That's
Don't forget Kakashi had Kamui and all that too when he was a kid.
did he?
Remember, he had got
Yeah, he
Kamui
did.
when he was a
He
kid.
got it, but he passed out after he killed Ren.
Oh no, he got Mangekyo Sharingan, not Kamui.
I'm saying that's the
No,
move
he had
got
it.
from
That's
though.
when he got it. He
Yeah,
got
but
it when he was a
used
kid.
it. He didn't use it though.
He did. I swear he
That's
used
his-
it in that
He
fight.
didn't use it. No, he didn't use it. Obito used his, but not Kakashi. He just passed out.
Yeah, but Obito. Anyways, he got Mangekyo Sharingan, so if you can't say he got Kamui after he killed Ren, but
Right. But I see what you're saying. Though.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
use it.
He unlocked
Yeah.
the ability, and he unlocked Mangekyo Sharingan.
yeah, he unlocked it, but he just ain't He couldn't use it. He probably died. He had no chakra.
I hated that about Kakashi the whole show. I'm about to run out of chakra. If you don't shut up, it wasn't until the very end of the show he finally could do stuff without.
Bro, at the very end of the show, he
writing.
went from using
Bad
Kamui
writing.
like once or twice to the end of the show spamming Kamui, bro.
Yeah, bad. It was bad, right? The end of the
I
show
like
is-
that, though.
In the show.
But he trained, bro. But yeah, back to Killua. Get back to Killua. Anything else you want to say about Killua, man?
That was it. That was it by Killua.
I go ahead and
Who's
go
gonna
to
go
number
first on
one
that
then,
one?
because we talking about Naruto. My number one is Itachi. Now,
Good
I
lead
feel like that's too easy because a lot of people like Itachi, but I feel like a lot of people don't understand Itachi, and that's because Itachi's a cool character. Period. Right.
Yeah.
But if you look at the anatomy of Itachi, man, it gets so much deeper than like him just being like Sasuke's older brother, and he's cool and he's strong. He's pretty much a pacifist, but he lives in a shinobi world where you can't do that to survive, right? And he goes so far. His motivations, man, is why I like him the most. Like the lengths he goes through just to get what he wants. He hates fighting so much that he killed his entire clan to prevent another war because he already experienced a war or whatever, and he didn't want to experience it again because the relationships between the Uchiha and the Leaf was kind of burning since the Nine Tails thing.
Instead of second Hokage, that man there.
It's most that too. There's a lot of things building up, but it started to ramp up because Obito used the Nine Tails to release the Nine Tails on the village. So he kills his entire clan, and in OG Naruto they actually show a flashback of like Itachi, which I really did. You really miss it because if you watch the show, you can see his motivations right then and there. You really miss it. And he says something like, y'all have these useless motivations and stuff like that. Like, it's something, I forgot what he said, but he said, I was like, oh, you can see it from here. You can see it from all the way from here that he's a good guy if you listen to that statement. But
Ain't nobody can pick that off from
that's what I'm saying,
show.
no. That's what I'm saying. But it's like Attack on Titan. You won't know. You won't know until you know.
It was a lot of stuff I didn't notice.
Until you rewatch it and you see it, you be like, oh.
I was like, bro, this is here from the beginning.
Yeah, and you can see that he's a good guy from that moment if you actually pay attention to that flashback. And that's how but anyways, yeah, his motivations and what's crazy is when I first watched Naruto and he died, I was like, that's it? You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's weird. I didn't really care for it. And then when Sasuke finds out that he was actually a good guy this whole time, I was so confused. I was like, It was that jarring. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way this guy is a good guy. You know what I'm saying? And then when he gets brought back to life, and another thing is he's like I said, I always say this. He's like anime Batman. He has all these plans. He got Shishui's eye, used the crow to freaking use Kodo Masukami, I think that's the name of it, to brainwash himself just in case he got brought back from death.
Well, technically he did it for Naruto to use on Sasuke.
Yes, but it worked on.
He just thought of that.
Yes, but it still worked on him.
Right.
And he became free, and he's like, you know what? I know exactly what I need to do. And I just think that's just so cool about his character. He to think that he's this crazy maniac, and he painted himself to be this crazy maniac, all because he didn't want another war, and he wanted his brother to have a happy life, or a good life, a safe life at the very least.
Right. I will say the crazy, I didn't look at Itachi as crazy. Even when he killed the clan, I didn't look at him as crazy until he met Sasuke and they was gonna fight. And he was like, "I want your eyes, brother. You complete me." I was like, "What the?"
Bro, it was crazy. He went through that much, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought. I said, "Oh, this is the real Itachi. He is crazy. Like this is what he wanted." But yeah, there's so much that was so far from the truth. You know?
Yeah,
man.
And on top of that, he's just like a really powerful character too. You know, you can't hate on
man.
that.
Was OP. He was OP.
Yeah.
Without that.
So
OP.
yeah, he's definitely tied with Kento for me. Like there's just the motivations to see. Like I like character motivate. Like because like if we like I say a honorable mention is Hisoka. Like he's weird, man. He's a weird character, but like his motivations because he just want to fight strong people. And it happened to be one of the strongest people that a kid might be one of the strongest people he'll ever fight. So he sees that, and yes, he does weird things, but it's that motivation, like the lengths he go to the point where he even helps Gon fight or win this thing because he wants to see his growth. He wants to see him live, and it's just cool. I just love that stuff. I love it. I love character motivation. That's why I would say like the hands thing with Dom, I probably like that character too. Like he's just a normal character compared to everybody else, but his motivations is something that, cause like until like what Naruto, like a lot of motivations from characters I've watched, you know, from Dragon Ball and stuff like that. I just want to be strong, or I just want the world to end. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fun back then, but now that we getting more deeper into anatomy and things have more substance, I like character motivations and how more or how far are you willing to push the needle to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? And Itachi does that extremely well. But yeah.
I can't get mad at that. Itachi he's a GOAT, bro. I don't say that about many anime characters, but he's a GOAT.
I think he like an all-time favorite character.
Right.
I don't really see people say they dis. I haven't seen anybody say they dislike Itachi.
Me neither.
He's just too cool, bro. And then at the end of the day, he flipped the script on you. You be like, God dang, how can you get even cooler? How much cooler can you get? You know. And he's strong, bro. Watch it. Like, come on, bro. He checks all the boxes, bro. He really do. Only thing he don't check is he even got, matter of fact, he got deductive reasoning. It's not on the same level as Kento because, you know, the writing, but he knew that he didn't want a war. So I gotta go. The
only fault of Itachi was he tried to do too much on his own.
Yes.
He even admitted that.
Yep.
That's his only downside is that he did so much on his own.
But growing up in a war, right? And it makes so much sense. He grew up during a world war. His father was one of the stronger Uchihas, and all he did was view him as an asset and not a son. Right. So he's probably he can't build relationships. He probably never did. Matter of fact, even in Akatsuki, you know, man, these dudes be trying to just fight him. His whole life, people just want to fight him. You know, you can't really blame the guy. You don't want to have friends. You know. That's why he liked his brother. He even more. Dang, that's why he likes Sasuke so much. He's like, it's my only brother. It's the only person I feel like I could trust. So I gotta give him the best life, no matter what, even if it makes me look like a maniac. I love it.
Being an orphan is the best life. That's questionable, but
bro, it was either that or die, because more than likely he's seen a war. And his brother was not a prodigy like him. He's seen that he's not the fighter that Itachi was.
Man, he's just a little kid. Bro, all right, bro.
Itachi, you didn't see what Itachi was doing at his age? Itachi was breaking records, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Yeah. Anyways, y'all go.
Didn't their parents let Itachi kill him? Right?
Pretty much.
Didn't his father already know?
Yeah, his father, he knew. He was like, man,
if you got to live with this, he said, my pain is quick compared to what you gonna deal with.
Yep.
Like, dang.
And he knew he couldn't do nothing about his son.
Y'all seen the Flash? Y'all seen the flashback? Y'all seen like the flashback where Obito killed but then he killed like I don't know if it was, I think it was filler. Remember they had a little flashback where Obito or Itachi met Obito or whatever. He was wearing a yellow mask at that point.
Right, he had long hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't filler.
Yeah, didn't he kill like some of Itachi's classmates?
Oh.
That part. Yeah,
he killed his squad member. It's crazy how he went back to that same person for help to kill his clan.
He thought that was Madara. That's one thing though. Itachi did get fooled too, like the rest of us. He thought that was Madara. He didn't figure out that's just some kid who got heartbroken and started the whole Naruto war because his feelings got hurt. Still the dumbest thing in the world, but executed beautifully.
You know, it is dumb, but I feel like you take feelings to when people do stuff based off of like relationship feelings. You don't like that.
Bruh, this man said, "I'm gonna end the whole world because the world is dark."
You also don't like Naruto.
I could see somebody doing that. If Real World had powers, bro, I could see somebody doing that.
Man, go with y'all characters, man. We getting too deep
all right.
into stuff.
All right, so I'm all right. So I'm kind of tied between two characters. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go with another JoJo character, right? It's from the same part. His name Rohan Kishibe, right? Probably a fan
Why
favorite.
you
guy.
looking like that, Soup?
What? It's because of another character from a show you haven't seen, bro.
Nah, I ain't say nothing. I'm just it's late, bro. Just go.
You got Rohan Kishibe, right?
Okay.
He's another one of those authentic, unique characters.
Is he a villain? Anti-hero?
Nah, he's on the good team, right?
Okay.
First it starts off with like you meet this character. I guess he's like, cause that part starts off with like kind of like a villain of the day type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or bad guy of the day.
Villain of the week.
You know, yeah, villain of the week.
Monster of the week.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see this guy, you can tell he's not a really bad guy when you meet him. I'm talking about Rohan. He started off as a villain, a bad guy. Well, you know, and somebody, whatever. But you meet him, you see him as this selfish character, right?
Right.
You find out his ability is pretty broken. He has a stand ability called Heaven's Door. He's a manga author.
Okay.
So he's a peculiar character that you see him when he first meets. He has the ability to basically use this stand, and the person opens up like a book. He can see their whole history, everything they're going through, their memories, right? He can take out pages of this book, take out pages, they'll forget stuff, you know, take out their memories, stuff like that. And then he can write things in them like a book. So he can, like, per se, he can write, "Oh, you can't attack me," right? The person can't attack him anymore.
Right.
The thing is, he can also write things on himself. And the crazy part is, the things he write defy like logic, you know, defy like the laws of the universe. So he can write, he literally doesn't age or he literally can't die, but he doesn't do that.
Wow. That
You
is
get to
an OP
notice-
power.
Yeah, but the thing is, he has this OP power, but he only really uses it for trivial things, right? Like, he has this episode where is this kid with the stand.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, his stand is rock, paper, scissors. Basically, right? You play the person in rock, paper, scissors. If you win, he takes like a piece of their soul. And
Okay. It's a high stakes game. Okay.
the way he wins this game is he uses his stand. He doesn't use his stand to force the kid to throw out a specific thing, right?
Right.
But he wins this game off of pure luck. But the thing is, you meet this character, he's shown to be so selfish, right? He doesn't care for the main character, any of the people. He just cares to write his manga and get interesting stories for his manga. He doesn't care about anything. But then when you get to meet him, he has a stronger tie to the main villain than you originally think, right? Small spoiler, it doesn't add too much, but the first victim for this, the first victim of the killer was his old babysitter. She was a high school girl who was before he even got stand powers. You know,
Right.
I think he stabbed her in the back. But, you know, she died protecting Rohan so he could get away and so he wouldn't be killed by the serial killer. But then when you just go on, because you go on to like his personality, right? You know, he's portrayed to be like a dick, selfish, not caring for anything. But then when you really meet him, he opens up to these characters, right? It's moments where he even like is willing to put himself to sacrifice himself so that the main character or like, you know, the main party can win fights.
Right.
It's hard to explain.
What do you like about him?
I mean,
We can't hear you, Soup, if you said something.
What do you like about him?
All right, so he's a peculiar character. Probably has the funnest comedy in the show. It's hard to it's hard to explain for somebody who hasn't seen the show.
I mean, just say what you like about him.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. You like certain stuff about him. I don't see how that's
just say
hard.
what you like about him.
All right, I like the fact that he has this probably one of the most broken abilities in the show,
But he doesn't.
but
use
he
it.
doesn't use it for he doesn't use it like that, right? He uses for the most trivial things for him to win in the most trivial ways. He's a quirky character. It's hard to explain.
Okay, so maybe you like him because he does things that an ordinary person would not. So instead of
that's the way
writing
to
stuff
put it.
like things you would think he would do, he wouldn't do, and he would do something that you wouldn't think he would do, and that makes him more interesting versus if someone else had his powers, they would grant him more immortality or something like that. But since he doesn't, it kind of makes you think he's more human than what it leads to be. Like, because like in all actuality, like how many humans would actually want immortality? You know, like I feel like we should all want to die at some point. Like we get to you sit here and you live here forever. You know, it's kind of like forever. I don't know.
I kind of get what you just get mentally tired. Our brains
Yeah.
can't comprehend.
Yeah, so he probably thinks about that as a character, and it makes him more interesting. It's stuff like that that makes you think. Like, and I guess the fact that it's not all laid out there for you to just
Right.
he's not saying these things. It leaves it up for speculation, which makes it more interesting.
Yeah, and he's always put into these situations, right? Where you would think there's one way to, you know, get past these situations or these impossible situations to get through. But, you know, he always ends up getting through the situation in maybe a more peculiar way than a normal person would.
In the obvious way, right?
Yeah.
You go a roundabout way to do things.
So he also is a smart character.
Yes, he's a smart character. You may not see him as a smart character. You know, it may not portray him as
But it
being the most
surprises
smart character. Yeah, but it surprises you, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. See,
And as you see him throughout the show, you know, progresses. You know, first you see him, I told you, the selfish
and he
character, but as
develops.
time goes on, right? Yeah, he develops. You know, he still may not have like the best relationship with the main character, you know, the main cast, but you know, you can tell through his actions that, you know, what he do, you know, he really does care for him.
Okay.
And he's not so selfish. He'll put himself in danger to save people, you know.
So what's your favorite thing you like about him? How weird he is?
Yeah, probably his quirkiness.
Okay.
I see you like quirky characters. Okay.
Yeah, Dom is quirky if you don't know.
It's hard to explain. You would have to see like his quirkiness in action, right?
I mean, you don't have see the thing is you don't have to explain like the super details unless it's absolutely necessary. So like with GP, he was talking about Shishomaru.
Yeah.
And
His
like
backstory and all
you
that.
couldn't, you had to listen to the backstory for us to kind of understand like why he likes the character, because he couldn't just jump straight to like he got a sword. Like he could have summarized. He could have, you know what I'm saying? He could have summarized it more than what he did, but just saying he just got a sword, okay, you know what I'm saying? But him telling the whole story, we got more understanding. Like for you, the character, like you could say more, but you know we're trying to keep it as less spoiler about things that we want to watch because we're not going to watch Inuyasha. But you could say things like you were on the right track. You know,
I guess it's a lot of things that you will have to kind of just see for yourself to understand more about the character.
The gist of it though. I feel like I got the gist of it.
Because all in all, he's a quirky character. Probably got some of the best comedy in the show in that part. You know, he got this hacks ability, right? But he doesn't use it as it.
Another thing is that you probably like the fact that you can't predict what he's going to do.
Yeah, that too.
That's okay.
Every time he shows up, it's always something new, something different.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, because I like that too. Like I said, I don't like predicting things. If I could predict it, it lessens the value of how I feel about it. So, okay.
You know, I ain't gonna say. I was gonna say, bro, I could make a whole list of like JoJo characters.
I bet you could.
You
are a bizarre person. I'm not capping. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you have some bizarre ways. I'm not saying like JoJo bizarre, but sometimes you be doing some bizarre things. So I think more so you like bizarre things, unless your character bizarre, but you just like ice cream and pickles. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I'm not saying you like ice cream and pickles, but
I get what you mean.
Not a lot of people like ice cream and pickles. So yeah. Anyways, GP man, go ahead, cause.
All right, I'm about to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Hold on. Don't go to sleep.
All right.
I'm catching up in Final Fantasy 14 as of lately, bro. I've been playing it. I'm through the first DLC. 2 more to go.
Okay. You got it. So I'm probably gonna go on there. So this is about to be wrapped up. Anyway, final character. I've said this before. I changed the color red. You don't remember? This is for the audience, new to the audience. Every character, without a doubt, is Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep.
Without a doubt. When I say one character that for me never gave me a moment of like disappointment, it was from Kurama. From being real smart, I like smart characters. Like even Ninja Turtles, you know, I like Donatello. But I do generally like smart characters. I kind of like the arrogant characters too. It's a little mix. But Kurama was super smart. He was ruthless, but caring at the same time. Like Hiei said, when it comes to battle, he's more ferocious than I am. And at the Dark Tournament, Hiei was like, hey, you know you can't let these people live. Kurama was like, I already know. Like, bro, like I love that about Kurama, that he's about business. You know, even in the Dark Tournament, this man fought 2 people, couldn't even move one fight, then couldn't even use his abilities and still won. You know what I'm saying? So like the way, kind of like Itachi, the way he thinks of a way to win is it's just uncanny. Like you, Hakusho, there are times where some people just OP. There are times where maybe he's a little stronger, but he just outthinks you, and then you die because he outthought you. Like simply you die or you get beat real bad. And so, you know, him loving his mother is relatable. You know, I grew up as a mama's boy. And his motivation for even the beginning when he stole the artifact was to save his mom. But once that happened, he was like, okay, I'm indebted to Yusuke, and then became one of his allies. And so him and Kuwabara, their little running jokes at each other. And Kurama's that dude, bro. Like, he is girly. Like, there's one character, you know, he looks girly, green eyes, red hair. But man, that dude is bad. Like, I just like that. The whole part, he's smart and he a killer. And he has no more. He had to kill a boy, the game master. Game master was stalling for time. He was like, hey, you know you gonna die once we beat you, right? The boy shook it up. Boy said, well, can you save me? He's like, can you stop the game? He's like, no. And he's like, that's your fault. You gonna die. And even though he was bothered by it, boy had to die. And it was like, dang, Kurama, that was cold. But he had to go there. And then when he fought Toguro, he cursed him for eternity. He was so mad that he killed the boy that he cursed Toguro for pain of eternity. I'm like, hey, like, this man is the real deal. That's simple as that. I can go on and on and on about all his things that I like. And then, of course, he transformed to Yoko. Man, that was always cool, too. So, Kurama's that dude, man. Like, that's my favorite character. Hands down, no close comparison. Favorite character.
So, this is Sesshomaru, right?
Yep.
Kurama, what was the other one?
L.
So out of all the characters you said, your reasoning for Kurama was probably the weakest.
That might be true.
And I think,
because I remember I do say the show is simple.
No, I'm not saying that's. I'm not saying weak. I'm not saying like
it's like least detailed.
Yeah. So I think nostalgia plays a huge factor, and I'm not saying Kurama isn't like. He's probably outside. I feel like outside of Yusuke, I feel like he's probably one. I think Yusuke they're probably like, to me, because he is a cool character, but he don't really get. I don't know. I gotta rewatch it, but Kurama is definitely like probably the best character on there. But
there was a joke too on the end. I don't know if you remember when he ate. His sister had the necklace, and he's like, Kurama, tell her I died. And Kurama joked. He's like, I'm flattered, but I don't look at you that way. It's like, it's not for you, you dummy. He's like, I know it's for you. Like, this man had personality too. Like, this man was funny. You know what I'm saying? I could go like Sesshomaru was a long one, but I could go on about Kurama. But the one thing about Kurama that I didn't have to do with Sesshomaru, he never had the reason why he joined the team. He kept the same motivation. It was never no selfish reason besides, hey, I'm in debt to Yusuke. I'm gonna help him with the case.
Yeah,
and that's really what it was. I mean, even when they fought Sensui, to me, out of all the people, Kurama got the most bodies. Like, he literally took out more members than anyone else, like fatally. Like, when they fought Kurama, they died. That's what I like. Like, I don't like characters that always try to find a way to save the person. Like, I'm not always about that. Sometimes you just gotta take them out. The tournament he did the Death Seed, the guy was like, I'll kill your mother, Kurama. Lick my boots. Kurama put the Death Seed on. He's like, please show me mercy. He's like, don't you believe in mercy? He's like, no, I don't. End up killing him. Like, I don't like that. Just take them out. Some people just get taken out. So there's a lot to it than that. But I do like Kurama for that reason.
You funny, man.
Yeah, bro. I like Kurama.
You're an interesting individual, GP.
Here we go.
Look, I'm not joking. I'm being 100% honest. You're very interesting.
What's the issue, man?
I guess like the fact when it comes to like your entertainment, you like a lot of dark stuff. You do. You like a lot of dark stuff. When I say dark, I'm not saying like a
what's dark stuff? Elaborate.
Like death. You like a lot of death when it comes to characters and TV and shows and stuff. Like, you like
Give me another example you talking about, man. What are you talking about, bro?
What do you mean?
You said like when it comes to TVs and shows, man. What's the character?
Or bad guys.
I got a way to put it. I think he like more of them characters who don't have like who more kind of just straight edge, I guess. Not the type of person who gonna beat up a person and just leave him there to get stronger and come back later and fight again. He wants somebody who gonna just, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna kill you. You gonna be out the shoulder. You gonna be dead.
Nah, cause L is not like that,
L's not like that. He just want to wrestle.
Yeah, that's why I said his characters are all different. Like, he likes them all for different reasons. Like, for me, I feel like my characters, I have like me and you, Dom. We have like a set standard of like what we like the most in the character. But GP, he doesn't really have a standard. They do something that he really likes, and they're all different. So because Sesshomaru, he wasn't even a killer. I mean, not like Kurama and not like L or Kurama, whatever. Anyways, my thing is like not just the characters he chooses. I think when it comes to, because like L is not a dark character, and I think Sasamaru or whatever is not a super dark character.
Yeah,
but
not
his
super
favorite
dark, yeah.
character is somebody that has a dark thing with him, and he also
Because
likes Carnage, and he also
he
likes
goes
Shadow,
against
and he
goes against Shadow, but Shadow's different. That's nowhere near these two. Carnage, I agree with you. I'm not even defending that. But with Kurama though, he only goes against, I guess, the moral conscious when he deems it necessary. Like I see people that be like, well, I'm not gonna take him out because that would be against my conscience, and then other stuff happened because you did. Which I understand. You know, that's the good thing to do. In the real world, in certain situations, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
thing is
he's not
though,
making coming out.
your choices when it comes to the darkness of the like when you like the darkness of a character, you personally,
Yeah.
the choices don't match with your personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a dark
I
person.
I relate more to Kurama than anybody, and I say that
I don't see
never
that.
like took anyone out. But when
Yeah.
it comes to you have to do things that people generally, like my friends, they literally will tell you, oh yeah, James a butthole, or James is
Yeah, I
mean,
get that from
or
you.
grumpy grandpa.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
get
saying
that.
I don't go to the extreme of I'm taking folks out, but I get to the point of, bro, I can't dance around this fact. Something's gonna either happen.
I don't get
Would
that
it be
from you.
more like straightforward? Like you like
Yeah, I mean,
straightforward people?
I really am,
Yeah.
and my life is a lot easier that way. Like people have all these debates: should I do this? What does this person think? And it's kind of like, well,
But,
if your decision is gonna make it harder, why do the opposite?
yeah, but it's not dark. You could be
Yeah,
straight.
but I'm saying a
know
lot
what
of
I'm
people
saying?
can be. They can say it's mean about it. What I'm comparing to is like meanness, and people might say grumpy to Kurama take folks out. That's the comparison I'm making. Like I'm not taking nobody out. But what I am
That's what I'm
saying is
saying.
the normal person may try to find a nice way around the situation. That's not the best way. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you like this darkness about these characters. You do, no matter like if it's straightforward or not.
I mean, that's not. I don't think that's super accurate, because even with Carnage, I like his abilities. Symbiote itself is what drives me, that he can make weapons out of his body.
So can Venom,
Versus,
right?
no, Venom is like Spider-Man, web, super strong, spider sense.
Okay.
Carnage can literally turn his body into weapons. Like Carnage is the darkest character I think that I can like honestly say I like publicly, but Sesshomaru, when you look at his stories, not necessarily
He's not
dark.
really
He
dark.
was selfish.
Yeah.
I like Erwin from Attack on Titan. And you could say, man, he sacrificed people.
You like
Like
villains.
he was always trying to get to the goal.
You like a lot of villains though. Like
I like
you've
a lot of
always
heroes too,
okay,
man.
so you always gravitate more to villains than heroes.
It's 50-50, bro.
No,
Wait, I got something to say.
I
I,
don't
feel
think
like
it's
he
50.
from the characters he named just now. I feel like he like characters who kind of are willing to do whatever it takes to reach their goal.
That's what
Whether it be something people would consider immoral,
morally
you know,
right. Yes.
or something that just really goes against what the normal person would do.
But that's the hardest thing to do.
Is L like that?
L did some questionable stuff, but he ain't never go that far. But a character like Dom said though, Erwin from Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
he did some stuff that was like, bro, what? But it was for his own selfish reason, and at the same time, it was also for the greater good of humanity. Like if it wasn't for Erwin, they would have never made it to the basement. But how he get there, he had to sacrifice the people. Somebody else would have said, let's run, save as many people as you can and run. Erwin said, no, the only way we're gonna win this, Levi, do your thing, we gonna run to our deaths. I like that. Like it's the morally, people were scared out their minds, but the morally part of it was like, that's wrong, Erwin. You should try to save these people. But the best answer was, hey, let's take these boys out. I like those characters, man. And Kurama is a perfect example of that.
So that'd probably be the closest thing to a standard you have when it comes to liking a character.
I think Eren would be
But
close. I
still,
think Kurama too, though.
all
Kurama is
your
fine.
favorite, all your
He
favorite
used plants,
characters,
bro. He made plants deadly. Like
That's
nobody
what
says, "Ooh, he used a plant." Ooh, like a plant is deadly with Kurama. Like,
yeah,
but
I'm
weed
not
is deadly.
doubting that. I just your all your choices were just different. So
I'm a
but
unique
I still
individual, bro.
think because I don't
Bro,
have.
besides Carnage,
Listen.
What other characters, bro?
Listen,
That's all I'm
I
saying.
don't keep a notebook of everything you like, GP. I just remember my experiences through feelings, and I remember
Yep.
feeling that you have a natural affinity to like bad guys. I can't give you that right now. I'm just going off of the stuff I remember growing up and seeing the things you like. I could be wrong.
I do like villains, man.
But
I do like villains.
it's just the fact that like you don't come off to me as a person who would like a lot of villains. You don't. Now
When they
I
have
get
a
you're a
good story, I
straightforward
do.
person. I get you. And villains can be more interesting than the good guys. They're supposed to be
Right.
most times. I feel like if you write a good hero, I don't know, man. You can write good heroes. It's just people know how to write. I feel like I want to write a book. I've been thinking about that lately. But anyways,
Like for I just want one example.
say-
Kid Buu. Kid Buu is not a favorite villain. He was savage. One person I did like was Cell. Why? This man literally waited 7 days for people to come to fight him. Like, bro, that's like, I don't care who
see,
that
I
is.
feel like that's less of a I like because
I'm saying when a villain has something interesting, I'm not
Yeah,
scared to say I like the villain.
yeah, you like that
Yeah.
thing that he did. I feel like
But
that's
I
what
feel
it is.
like,
You like that thing that he did because that was a cool
But I
thing.
feel like if it's I get what you're saying. You seem like his favorite characters always end up being those type of characters, right?
No, it's just
Because he likes Cell, but I don't want to say he said that's his favorite character.
Nah,
I think he likes Cell because of that thing he did. I don't think he likes Cell as
Yeah.
a character. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
But
did
his
do a
more
cool
favorite
thing.
First game, Cell was scared too. That was something.
Yeah,
new
his
to Dragon Ball
introduction
Z.
was actually pretty. Probably the best introduction to anything
Yeah.
in Dragon Ball ever. It was so cool.
Yeah.
But like people's clothes was just hanging. Like what?
You hear the whambo?
I know. That was creepy. It was good though. But let's not get into
but see
that.
what I'm saying?
Uh,
But you see what I'm saying though? Villains, some villains have good stuff. I think people are scared to say they like villains because they don't want to look bad. But I'm like, I'm open to any character, bro. You know, that's kind of my thing. I'm open to any character.
I guess.
There's
I
Nobody
feel like
from
you just
Jujutsu
like
Kaisen,
morally
though.
great characters, bro. Morally great characters.
And I will agree with you, dog.
That's probably.
And I
it,
say
too.
morally gray. They just don't always go with moral decisions. I think that's what I will say that, dog. People who go with decisions that's not always morally correct. I can resonate with those characters because those are the toughest decisions to make. I think Dom hit
Majority
me
of the
on
time,
the
those
head.
be some of the cooler characters. They end up being really cool.
Because
just
black
like
and
them
white
'cause
is
of
easy.
their choice.
That's why great
Yeah.
characters are always going to be interesting.
Right.
Because Itachi was like that. You know, he made the decisions that people may not always deem right, but you know they had to be done.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I like Itachi so much. That's
And-
exactly the point.
and that's
We don't
why-
look at him as a villain. Most times we don't. But he really was.
Yeah. And Sasuke was a black and white character until he found out
Right.
about Itachi.
His word.
Then he became great.
And
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And that's why I like Sasuke, like after all that hunt for Itachi stuff. He went crazy.
Appreciate-
He went crazy.
Appreciate you, dog. You got me round the head, dog. I appreciate you, bro.
But
you got it
yeah,
right,
I don't know, man. It's just
Hey.
you just don't strike me as a person who would like those characters. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. You just don't
You
do
can
it.
never
feel you,
judge
I
a book
feel
by
you.
its cover. Never judge a book by its cover, bro. They be
Yeah,
the
bro.
craziest people inside.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
Now, let me
that's what I'm
stop.
saying, man. Nah, GP got something inside.
There you
He
go, bro.
do, man. He do.
Here you go, bro.
Uh,
There you
Yeah,
go.
bro, he might like hands, bro. He got a closet full of hands.
Listen, listen, bro. Listen, bro.
Hey, we gotta watch
My
JoJo
line,
now.
I'm in Persian Rifles, bro. My name was Timberland, but my alias was Timbo Slice. That's all I'm saying, bro.
And what's your alias to what? You and what?
In both sides.
Persian Rifles, National Society of Persian Rifles, fraternity I joined 2011. My line name was Timberland. That's my line name, but my alias is Timbo Slice.
It's because you kind of look like him.
Maybe
You kind
I'm
of
just
do.
throwing it out there.
Man got the
make
button
yourself-
up, bro.
bro. All I'm saying is, if you know who Kimbo Slice is, why they give me that name? I don't know. That's all I'm saying, bro.
You look like him.
I listen
But
to
nah,
I might.
I was gonna say, I say
I
one
don't know,
of
man.
one of my-
You don't strike that. But we grew up together, so that's the difference. I don't know.
That's
You,
true,
you
that's
probably
true.
changed, man. Probably changed.
I can see that. That's true.
Anyways, guys,
Just
it's
saying,
been long enough.
Wait,
Oh, go
I
ahead,
have
go
one more.
ahead,
I
go
have
ahead.
one more thing to say. I was gonna say, I don't know if it's just me, but one of my favorite scenes in Naruto was after Itachi and Sasuke beat Kabuto, and then
Right.
they had that talk. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in Naruto.
Bro, when he said, I don't care if you hate me forever or destroy the village, I'm always gonna love you, bro. That's probably the only time Naruto possibly struck a tear chord.
Hey, same
That's the
for me.
closest.
Oh, you talking about after? Oh, when
Yeah, after they beat Kabuto, after they
man,
put
Cause
him
you know
in.
he always kept poking
no,
on.
I agree with that. That was probably the most
Yeah.
saddest tear jerking moment in Naruto.
He always poked him, but this
Yeah.
time he went past him and grabbed his head. It was like, I will always love you, bro. I was like, oh,
Damn, bro, I wish I had that relationship. That's just so.
Look, bro,
That's what I
genocidal.
like, man. Nah, shut up, fool.
genocidal-
Shut up.
Dom ain't gonna make it.
Nah, I really, yeah, I feel like I wanted to cry at that moment too, man.
Tell me, yep.
I wish it lasted a little bit longer. I don't know. I kind of wanted. I don't know. Maybe I gotta rewatch that scene. I forgot how Sasuke reacted to it. But
Yeah, he decided to kill the Kage so he can be the evil god of the world. The dumbest. See, Naruto has some dumb plots, but I'm done. I'm done.
look, man, look, bro. This is why no matter what Sasuke would have did, bro, I there's no way you can say that it wasn't warranted. His whole life.
He didn't technically want to kill the Kage. He wanted to talk to him. Remember from
No,
No,
I'm
he's
talking
talking
about
about at the end.
when they was stuck in
After
the
that.
end. Yeah,
See, the thing with Sasuke is that his whole life was built on killing Itachi because he thought he was the bad guy. His entire existence was on that. And then to have that literally flipped on your head and find the truth that it was Danzo, it was the Leaf, it was so many other people. Like,
right.
what do you do? Who's the bad guy, right? At that point. Because now the brother that you did love, then hated forever, actually loved you. And it's this terrible world you live in that is really the culprit. So I don't think that's it's too far fetched for Sasuke to do. You know, it sounds crazy, but if you look at it, this man was traumatized by the fact that his entire life was a lie and his brother actually loved him. He spent his whole life hating somebody who was doing nothing but trying to save him.
I think he had a good
You know-
idea with to get rid of the tail beast though. Think about it.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't a bad idea. I mean, it was immoral.
Because you know, but the tail beast kind of was some of the things that brought imbalance to power in the world in Naruto.
Yes, that too, and he was pretty much just going to control everybody through fear. That was the best way to keep. You're pretty much living in a dystopian type reality where only one person rule. So wherever I say go, and if I don't want nobody to fight, we ain't fighting. And that's what Sasuke was going for. And if you want to
Turn the
fight,
whole world
I'll
into
kill
North
you.
Korea.
If you fight, I'm gonna release one of these tail beasts. They're gonna eat you, and then we're just gonna go back to normal.
And turn the whole world into North Korea, bro.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, it sounds crazy, but if you think about it, man, it's not too far fetched for him to come up with something like that. Because at the end of the day, fighting the war, like, if you leave it up to just everybody and have like a democratic world, like, there's gonna be fighting. Somebody's gonna hate something. Somebody's gonna step too far. There's gonna be another war. Like, it's always been 4 wars at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey,
I just want to
don't
be
forget,
known. Go ahead, Don.
I was gonna say, don't forget the only reason it was peaceful in Boruto because they got space aliens to worry about. They got a bigger threat.
Let's not get into that.
And
GP,
nobody
go
gonna
ahead,
be
bro.
I was just gonna say, I just want y'all to know, Soup is the only person that agreed with Sasuke should have took out the Hokages and the tail beast people had nothing to do with what he's talking about. They should have got wiped out. He agreed with. Oh, that
Did
makes
I
sense.
say I agree?
That makes sense.
Did I
That
yeah.
makes sense.
All I said
Wait a minute, I
was
said it. I
it's
said it
not
was.
a
I
bad
said it was
idea.
we both said it was a. It was a.
It wasn't
was a-
morally good. It wasn't. It
You
was
could-
morally.
you
It was
could
immoral.
see-
Listen, morally it
You
wasn't
can
good.
see how he got to that
Smart
step.
wise,
bro.
it wasn't good. Is what I'm saying.
Why not? Ain't that what you like? Hey man, we can't be on this. We gotta f all this
You
trying
can
to figure
see
it
why.
out.
You can see how he got to
You
that
see,
step. bro.
GP man, you back and tracking right now.
No,
man.
I'm not. So, I always said that jump was stupid with Sasuke. I always said I said that back in 2014.
But it's
that
straightforward,
was
though.
stupid.
It's straightforward. It's literally like, hey man, f all this trying to figure it out, kill everybody.
Goofy.
You see how you just backtracking?
Obito, I'm heartbroken. Red.
We ain't talking about
I'm
Obito,
saying
bro.
everybody
We
in
ain't
the
talking
world.
about Obito.
I'm saying Obito's the number one whack loser, and then Sasuke
Yes, he
about number
is.
2 or 3. Sasuke about 2 or 3.
That's crazy. You think Sasuke is 2 or 3? Nah,
Yeah.
honestly, man, it ain't no ranking. The people, the one who had the worst
Uchihas
motivation is
are
Obito.
weak, bro. I just want y'all to know, Uchihas was shown to be so strong.
So what do you
Outside of
think?
Itachi,
What was the
they
best
weak, bro.
idea then? You
They
wanted
weak, bro.
you wanted to do the
Obito
morally
wasn't
correct
weak.
thing
No,
because
what
I
are you
thought you
talking
liked
about?
morally gray. I
Itachi's
thought you liked gray.
Itachi is
stuff.
the only strong Uchiha. Uchihas are some crybabies. They
You
get
see
their
how
hearts
you're
broken. That's
avoiding
why their
my
eyes
questions,
turn
man.
red.
You
What you
avoiding
saying,
my
bro?
question.
I ain't avoiding nothing. Man.
I
What you saying?
said, don't you like that morally gray stuff? Because what's Itachi?
When it's a
or
smart
what-
decision. When it's a smart decision.
So what would
Can
you
you
think
not
he
see
should
the
have did
steps?
then?
Can you not see the steps of Sasuke? Sasuke steps.
That's what I'm
of-
saying. Like it's
I can see the steps.
it's-
I ain't saying it was the smartest decision. I can see his steps though.
Okay,
honestly,
you
he
said not
almost
smartest.
had it. The only reason he
Yeah.
didn't is because he went up
He
against
couldn't beat
freaking
Naruto.
Naruto. A show called Naruto. He's going against Naruto. Literally, if the
They
show was
literally
called
gave
Sasuke,
Naruto-
he would have won.
They
that.
They literally gave Naruto every power to counter Sasuke.
Like for real.
Think about it. They gave him every power to counter Sasuke.
Even the fight was, let's shoot a bit blast. Shoot a bit blast. Bit blast. Bit blast. Oh, we out of chocolate.
Initially, the fight, I ain't like the fight either. But going back and like kind of looking at everything, it's an okay fight. It's not the best fight. It's an okay fight because it's less about it's less about like the actual animation and all that, and more about like these two. They're basically brothers and they know each other.
Yeah, and it's a clash of ideals more than
Yeah. So
And then you got to think. But look,
expectations was too high. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was ready for it.
Naruto Ninja Storm 4 made me actually enjoy the fight. I actually like the fight, the way they put
Man,
it
we
together.
ain't
in
talking
Storm
about
4.
that, man. The Ninja Storms make all the fights look good. they be looking too good. They be like, man, why this ain't in the anime? Anyways, GP is stuck in his ways, so we ain't gonna change that. He like morally gray, but then when it's morally gray,
When it's a smart decision. When it's a smart decision. Erwin, Kurama. Dude.
First of all,
I
Erwin's.
put Ern over L.
Listen.
Bro,
Just because
what
it
about the
worked,
episode?
just because it worked, is the only reason it's because it worked because the writer let it work. Sasuke, what if Sasuke thing would have worked, you would have been saying, "Oh, that was a smart decision. That was a smart because it worked."
No, I would not have.
Yes, you
no, I
would.
would not have.
Because
No,
imagine throwing away your entire people to horses and relying on one person to take on 8 titans, including the freaking Beast Titan. No way in hell he thought that worked.
Ern
ain't no way,
knew
bro.
Levi could take him.
Man, get
Levi
out of here,
knew-
dog.
he
Get
knew.
out of here, bro. It is written to be. That's why, spoiler alert, Attack on Titan, he got freaking nerfed. Had to. Anyways.
Man, y'all just spoiling everything for me. But I already knew that because GP already spoiled that.
That's what I'm
for me.
saying. You already know.
GP already done said,
You don't know what happened, though.
I'm sorry.
You don't-
right.
if I'm not mistaken, I can just guess Levi injured somehow because old buddy blew himself up, right?
So you saw it. Then you already know.
But
What-
they never
you
showed.
think he's just
but
gonna
the end of the
survive
anime-
that?
No, but the end of the anime, they never show what happened. They never show what happened. You never see them two again.
So what you thought was gonna happen? You thought he was gonna be dead?
Who knows? Hey, he could have been dead.
Okay, I give you that. He could have been dead. Because I didn't know if he was gonna be dead either. It ended on that chapter. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
It was like,
He get
man.
that blow up and then it just go to something completely different.
But in the anime though, matter of fact, in the anime, watch an anime real quick, man. We got to get out of here. Watch an anime.
Alright.
You could tell he wasn't dead. Because if they ended like that, ain't no way he did. Ain't no way they gonna start the next season he did.
Right.
So from the manga standpoint, you would know, like, cause they ended and you just like, oh, like we gotta wait for the next chapter. But in the anime, you're like, bruh.
Bro, you gotta think about when they ended the anime, bro. They already said it ain't like it's a whole new season, bro. They just part one of a first season.
They will never
part
kill
one.
a character at the beginning like that. They will never kill anybody in
They killed
any kind of
Sasha.
writing
They killed Sasha.
ever. No, listen. They killed Sasha and you saw her die. You saw her die in the same episode.
Right.
So if Sasha would have got shot at the end of the episode and they ended it, and they didn't show her dead, she wouldn't be dead. She's not gonna.
So
like,
she'll at least make it to the next episode.
yeah, at least make it, and she'll probably be alive. More than likely, I've never watched anything where a character falls off a cliff, gets shot, get blown up, and the episode ends, and we come to the next episode or the next season and they dead. Ever. I've seen that maybe once. I don't remember it.
I remember seeing something
Actually,
like that
no,
before.
I don't think I seen it. I think it was close. So
Naida. From My Hero.
man, he got dead. So that's different, man. They didn't end the show on him. They didn't end the episode on him.
Now it's
Did
different.
they end the episode on him?
I'm saying
No,
they
they
showed him in the
didn't.
ambulance.
They didn't end the episode on him. He got hurt
I ain't
and
say
then they
that.
went. See, that's the thing. Getting hurt mid
But that's
battle,
what-
then
that's
coming
what
back
happened with the-
later. No, they ended that episode right after he got blew up. Literally.
Oh,
That doesn't mean they wouldn't kill a character like that, bro. Come on.
They never do. When? If they end the episode on somebody
I've seen something like
dying. No. Like if he would have got blew up in the middle of the episode, like alright. They ended it right there. To be continued. Like, really, bro.
No, he got blown up, bro. Look, it's like this. He got blown up, and then the Titan came and then put old buddy in his belly and walked away, bro.
That's still the end of the episode. Okay, that's still the end of the episode. Anyways,
This is my last comment. My favorite characters. Hope y'all enjoyed it. The character I despise the most, who I cannot stand more than any character of any show I ever watched. I can't remember his Jaeger. What's his brother name? What's Aaron's brother name?
Talking about Zeke Yeager.
get
I
off. Get off. I'll see you later.
Zeke Yeager. That man can burn. I don't care what happened to him. I cannot stand him.
Hey, don't say a spoiler, bro. Don't say a spoiler.
Listen, you heard what I said. I don't care what happened to him. Get him out.
Nah, he ain't saying.
I'm just saying. I'm stopping him before
he only don't like him because of what he did to his boyfriend.
I don't like what he did to all the characters, bro. This man,
That's
I don't even
cap,
get
bro.
on it.
You wouldn't
I'm
even
done,
care.
bro. I would care.
All right, it's close to 3 a.m. here. We need to wrap up.
All
bro.
right, man. Dang, man, y'all get on my nerves, bro.
Hope,
Why is it so long? Why is it
hope
so
y'all
long?
enjoy it.
I
Hope
feel
y'all
like I
enjoy
was
it,
too
man.
loud. Oh man, my audio might be crappy, bro.
Hope y'all enjoy it.
For real. I
It's
enjoyed
late,
this.
so we all kind of stumbling over each other, bro. It's great. It's all right.
All right, man. We see y'all later, man. Much love. Happy Halloween, and see y'all. We out.
Be safe out there now. Check your candy.